Alright, so it's been a while since I've made a video for this channel, and there's a few reasons for that. One of the reasons was I had some stuff come up in my personal life that was freaking me out, and I was like, I can't focus on all of these things, and then I went into like a depression, and I was also figuring out Patreon, and I launched my Patreon, and I've been like just busy, but I do plan on showing people my process for like how I came up with my Patreon and how I launched it and how it's doing and my plans and things like that, because I know when I went looking to figure out Patreon, it's not like there was a whole lot of people doing exactly what I do, showing it, you know. So I know that can help, but again, you can usually figure things out, even if it's not for your niche. It's like, let me do similar, but what makes sense to my niche. But anyways, the message that's been coming through that's made me want to share this video is that it's okay to go slow. It's okay within your business, within your purpose, within your mission, to not have it be an instant thing. We live in the world of like instant gratification, microwaves, and like people go viral, and I think it puts a misconception up with others. Like people expect that just happens for certain people and not other people, you know what I mean? They don't realize like there was probably a lot of things tried before that viral thing was happening. A lot of times people will find something that goes viral and then just keep duplicating it because they found the thing. And in that case, as long as it feels aligned for you, you can definitely do that. Like I felt aligned with different things at different times that did really well. And then when I didn't feel like aligned with it anymore, it just stops. And then it's like, we got to find something else. But it doesn't have to be a rush to get to that thing that actually works either. Because in the beginning, for everybody, they have to try and explore. And sometimes people don't even really know what they want to do, and that's okay too. Like you don't have to know exactly what you want to do, but trying different things will help you to figure it out, and there is no rush. I feel like people get disinterested, or they're like they get let down because they're not seeing the results that they want so quickly. But there's nothing wrong with going slow. There's nothing wrong with figuring out what works for you, figuring out what's the block in the way, figuring out what's the best approach. I've done a lot of different things that had really good results. You gotta trust. But it took me years of learning. It took me years of trial and error. I still have trial and error. I still have things that are like, you know, great, and then things that are not so great. But it's also, our world is always changing. You will find your people, but you've got to put yourself out there. You know, that's the first part. And try to be somewhat consistent with it. I've watched a couple of videos over the last week where it's like these channels that literally just post like once a week because they put like all their production into that one video. But if you can even just commit to one video a week, you will probably grow and learn the other types of things that go around with it. But another thing you can do is like launch something of yourself that you're trying out. Like when I did the tarot readings for Twin Flames and stuff, I was literally just like practicing tarot because I had never done it before, and it took off. Like you really never know. So if you're guided at some point to do something and share something, just do it. See what happens. If the first thing isn't, because like the first Twin Flame reading I did wasn't like so many people saw it. But over time, if they started like 100 people would see it, and then 1,000 people would see it, and then 2,000 people, and then 5,000 people, and then it got all the way up to 100,000 people. And then I was like, and I deleted all of those videos because YouTube was gonna demonetize me. So even at the arts massage time, I was messing up. I was making mistakes. I was doing things I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how, because I was still learning. So it's like, you don't need to know every fucking thing to do that. Like if you've got a camera, turn it on. Like just turn it on, put it on. If you're not comfortable in front of the camera, make some videos with all of the things that are out there. Canva has tons of free little tools that will make cute little videos. I'm pretty sure AI will fucking pop you out some stuff. Like my phone will make videos. Like it'll take like little clips. People say to do like B-roll because B-roll footage is good for like putting like stuff over, like a voiceover. So it could literally just be like 30 seconds of you walking in the woods and like, today on my thing, it depends on what you're doing. But if you don't know what you're doing yet, don't rush to figure it out. Just take the pressure off, because rushing and freaking out and being anxious or feeling like, oh, it's not good enough isn't going to help. And I get it, you know, like I've been at the very start of things. I've been at very good parts of things, and then I went back to the start of things again. So it's like, I get it. It's not always easy. It's not always fun. It's not always like going to be something that you want to do, but you do want to do it. I feel like many people do want to do it, but they are so afraid of failure that they never start. And that's the biggest failure, is to never start. So just knowing that you're starting, even by just watching videos like this, you're starting. You're already starting. You're already doing it. You don't have to be instantaneously successful to become successful. You know, a lot of times it takes doing it as that side hustle till it gets there. But most people's passion is their purpose. So figuring out what you're passionate about and not pushing yourself and rushing yourself is going to be the best thing. And if you already have something that you're passionate about or purposeful with, you can start a Patreon, or you can go on YouTube, or you can do whatever you want to do. But the next video I will make will show you guys the Patreon on my laptop, because I set it up on the laptop. I didn't, like, I can run it from my phone, which is great, so we'll show you that too. But I set it up on the laptop. So I'll show you all of that, and I'll talk about why I did certain things the way I did, and how I planned it out so that it's not like so overwhelming. But it's already doing great. Like, I'm making $140 extra this month that I wouldn't have if I didn't launch that. And I only launched it on the 8th. And we're only on, like, the 22nd. So there's already 13 members in there. And more are on their way. And there's many different tiers. But there's reasons for all of that. So, but then next month, it happens again. And it happens again. And it happens again. So it's like... And it gets bigger over time. I actually saw a post from Bonnie XO today where she was like, oh my goodness, 200,000 Patreon members, which means she's receiving a lot more than $200,000 every month. Like, you know, so start at any time. Even if you feel overwhelmed, even if you have to over deliver in the beginning, you know, I feel like you should always over deliver, but not to your own expense. I've done that. I've over delivered in the past to my own expense again. Sometimes we mess up. Sometimes we hurt ourselves. Sometimes we do stupid shit. And sometimes we still are good. We're still good people. We're still rising up. It's not over yet. The fight isn't done. We're gonna win the war. And we're not a mistake. Oh, and what I've been doing here is this. A little serious. He's just being serious. He's just being serious. Huh. He did this in the last video. You okay? Just wants to be closer. Just take me closer. Keep me close. Keep me so close. I just want to be inside of you. Huh? Yes. He's weird. He's a weirdo. He's a Syrian star baby. The Syrian star baby. Choco baby. Yeah. Okay, bye.